What's going on YouTube? This your boy PMG back with a new movie review. So today we're gonna talk about The Best Man final chapters. Man, I was so excited to see this, man. And my boy Malcolm Lee delivered. He delivered. And to me it's epic. They don't need to do another one. It's over. First one was great, the second was great, and this was great. I love that they put it in a series because we was able to spend a lot more time with these characters. We was able to spend a lot of time with each character individually. We was able to see their growth. To me, he did an excellent job. He did an excellent job with this franchise as a whole. A lot of people of course watch it for the entertainment and the drama aspect, but I also looked at it from a perspective of, you have this group of African American that have good careers. They actually got careers, goals, navigating through relationships and dating and stuff like that, and I loved it. You know what I'm saying, it wasn't the stereotypes that we typically watch in terms of the blue collar worker struggling to provide for the family, or a crackhead that need to go to rehab, or a drug dealer. It's like those stereotypes we usually see within our community. I'm kind of glad we have a franchise where these particular characters have good careers and they're progressing. Some situations they regress, they had to, they fell on hard times and had to pick themselves back up. I love it. And hey man, I don't care what y'all say, I'm being biased or not, I gave this a 10 out of 10. This was excellent. I loved it. That was my quick non-spoiler side. I'm finna jump into spoiler territory, so if you haven't seen it, you can go on and exit out this video. Make sure you hit that thumbs up, hit that like button too. But I'm finna get into spoiler territory because this was good. But overall, man, I love spending time with these characters, man. Seeing their growth, man. The growth from the first movie up until now. And what I love what Malcolm Lee did with the starting out with Best Man Final Chapters. I love how he showed the first movie and the second movie like episodes. He showed us, he kind of did like a quick overview of the first one, then he did like a quick overview of the second one, then going right into this one. I love that. That was genius. And just seeing the growth of these characters. I start with Lance, Mia has passed. We get to Lance. He kind of, miserable right now because Mia's gone. So friends come in to aid. Hey man, you need to come out here to that man name, what's that man name? Hold on. Hold up. What's that boy's name? Quentin. I'm like, I ain't have him on my list. I can't believe I didn't have him on my list. Quentin. He was like, come on out here to Quentin little celebration. And he got himself together and went on, came out there. But I'm like, out the gate, he already had two women in a room about to do his thing. I'm like, dang. Then when they first get there, I think it was the driver, somebody escorted somebody. He was in the back seat with them. I was like, bruh, he ain't playing no games. So it just kind of like it was kind of like one of them situations. He trying to get his groove back. I like the dynamics of his friends. Like, hey man, we got to get him out. We got to get him to hang out, man, because he look a hot mess. This our boy. won't need him down. So I love that dynamic. So Lance, he was having his fun, but he was still struggling at the same time, because he like, man, it's like, it's good to be around friends, but I'm missing Mia. And he ended up having a nice little love interest with one of the women that was actually at the resort, and she looked good. Hey, she looked really, really nice. So I like that. And then he had the situation with his son. He found out the secret about his son, being non-binary. So he had that situation had to deal with and to overcome. So it's like you see the growth in him in terms of the dynamics between him trying to raise his kids, the situation with his son, being able to accept his son for who he is, trying to navigate dating again. So I love that. And then he became a coach. He tried to jump in there and play football again, but didn't work out, so he ended up being a coach. So I love that progression. Like, just looking back from the first movie to now, it's like, man, these characters really have grown, and kind of seen like a nice little scope of their life. Who else I'm gonna jump to? We'll jump to Tay Diggs' character. Tay Diggs' character, man, he pretty much in this movie, this series, he pretty much then been a very successful writer, but he kind of got that itch, like, I'm being successful, but I'm not really writing about what I really want to write about. So he kind of struggling with that. Then the dynamics between him and Robyn is there again, and he's struggling through that. Then they have a daughter, and that you're just seeing that whole dynamic grow from the first movie to now. And he in this series he's successful, but he just want to kind of write. He kind of want to write about stuff he want to write about. It's kind of like, yeah, I'm having a good time. I'm making money, but it's like, it's other stuff that I really want to tackle. And you see that growth. Then you're still seeing the dynamics where him and Robyn are just not really on the same page. Like, you can see, I'm gonna kind of throw Robyn in the mix. You can see that Robyn is very supportive of him and what he wants in life, his dreams and aspirations, but he never really paid attention to what Robyn wanted. Like, he was there, but he didn't ever really support her as much as she supported him. Like, she was always like, yeah, this what's up, you can do it, I got your back, but when it came to what stuff that she wanted, it was kind of like she felt like he didn't care, or he just kind of sidelined it. So you're dealing with that issue, and I can understand it, because it's like, if we're together, I'm supportive of you, you got to be supportive of me. So that dynamic was there. It led to getting a divorce. I didn't like the fact that she wanted to move so far away, in terms of them having a co-parent, because it's like, you got a co-parent and you're gonna be living far away. I didn't like that at all, but I understand what she was going through, because you gotta think about it. She kind of, they've been together since the first one, and it's always been this dynamic of focusing on what Harper wants and not really supporting her what she wanted. So it only take, what I'm saying, sometimes if you're not trying to make those changes or those compromises to make your partner happy, then, especially, they went to counseling, so it's like, once you done exercise all your options and nothing is working, then things happen. So then when they got a divorce and she moved out the house, I love the dynamics of the group. Lance, Quentin, Murch, all them coming over, not necessarily talking about the issue, but just kind of that dynamics of, yeah, we're here. We ain't finna come and get on your nerves about that. We just gonna come and chill, which I love that dynamic. I love that dynamics a whole lot. Who I can get on next? Quentin. We start out, he's supposed to be marrying this chick. Off the rip, she already seemed like it was off anyway. So it was off. It seemed like she really wasn't really there for him, more so there for the resources and the benefit of the family business and all that stuff. So Quentin had to learn when it came to that. Quentin has grown. He's grown a lot. He's trying to find his place in terms of marriage and dating, because he was looking at Harper, like, okay, y'all married. Then he saw what me and Lance had, so he was kind of like, he was like, I want that. So that he was all about trying to get married and just kind of having that family foundation. And then he eventually was going to take over his dad business, and his dad trying to navigate him through learning the business and stuff like that. So I just, the growth of these characters, I'm just like, man, this is some good stuff. This is some good stuff. I'm gonna go to Jordan. All right, now my thing with Jordan, y'all might not like it, but to me, she a modern day woman. I'm like, since the first move up until now, she's always been career driven. It's always been career driven. And when it came to relationships, it seemed like she always put her relationships on the back burner to focus on her career. And then in this one, she thought she was pregnant. She was all excited. And once she realized she wasn't pregnant, she felt real bad about it. And she even talked about it, how just her getting pregnant, it was pretty much gonna change the trajectory of her life, because it's like she's always been super laser focused on her career. And in my opinion, she let certain things in life go by. Like, you never been married, you never had no kids. If a woman doesn't want marriage or kids, she just want to focus on her career and herself, that's cool. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But it seemed like she wanted marriage, or that dynamics of dating, but she always try to find a reason for it to end. Like, we don't necessarily know what happened between her and the guy she was dating in the second movie, but she kind of briefly said something, but it's like, what happened? And then this guy right here, this guy in this particular series, he seemed like he was okay, but she also said he hurt her in the past. And then when he kind of came and hung around the friends, he was kind of being a little douchebag. And it just seemed like she was interested in him, but it's like she had to find some type of reason to break it off. So like, she researched, I guess, some company or something he had, and found out that he was supporting the jail system, some BS like that. But it's like, that was her way of like, oh, okay, he doing this, I don't like it, I'm finna cut this off. So it's just like she just was always career driven. Every time she get in a relationship, it's always a reason, of some type of reason that she want to break it off or get out of it. No kids, I don't know. I just think, to me, she just sounds like a modern day woman. Just, super laser focused on work. Always got excuses of why they can't, why they single or they ain't in a relationship. But that's my opinion on it. That's what it seemed like. Because in the first movie, laser focused work. Yeah, Her and Harper was kind of like talking about messing around. Then in the second movie, she was dating that guy. She was dating the guy. Everything seemed like it was cool. But then in the third one, it's like, oh, we broke up. Like, why? Like, what's going on? But you know, it is what it is. Let's get into Murch. I definitely get into Murch. Murch had a lot of growth. He had a lot of growth because in the first movie we seen Murch with Shelby. Murch was that typical pushover type dude. Whatever his girl wants, whatever she say goes. You know, we saw it all in the first one. Then, you know, he eventually met Candace, and you know, the rest of history. Then in the second movie, it seemed like they had a good dynamic. They was dealing with the situation of Candace's past, to where she used to do some little stuff in high school that wasn't appropriate, and a lot of that stuff started leaking out and started messing with his work or his reputation and that whole dynamic. But you know, they eventually got over it. And in this one, Harper, they wanted to do a movie of the first book, and the way he was portrayed, pretty much pushover, whatever. And he kind of had enough of it, because he's like, these supposed to be my friends, but I just feel like they always picking on me, or I'm always the butt of the joke. So it was kind of like, you know, I'm gonna stand up for myself. And he ended up finding a hobby, ended up being MMA, mixed martial arts, and you know, he actually started being pretty good at it. So that was his way of taking out his anger and frustration by doing mixed martial arts, and it actually worked out for him. And that was just a lot of growth for him, because he was always that type of dude that he might feel a certain type of way or have something to say, but he was always reserved, or he'll keep it to himself. But he just started learning how to, you know, pretty much man up. Like, hey, you know, if I feel a certain type of way, I'm gonna speak on it. And you know, just pretty much demanded respect that he should. And I like that dynamics, and you know, everybody respected it and understood it. It wasn't like people was just deliberately doing it on purpose. That's just how it was when it came to him. But I love his growth from looking at the first movie to now. Like, it was like the first movie, it was just kind of like okay, I do it, to, you know, in this series, like, hey, I'm a man, you gonna respect me. So I really enjoyed his growth. Let me see. Robyn. The thing with Robyn, she pretty much been doing the whole catering thing and stuff like that. I just feel like, in terms of her in this series, she just realized what she like. She realized what's important to her, and you know, she let it out. Like, she was just tired of being in a marriage with Harper, where he came first and everything he wanted to do matters, and what she wanted to do kind of didn't matter, or it got pushed to the side. So she wanted to just get out of that whole dynamic. She was tired of it. And it's like, I understand. Like, she wanted a friend, suggested that she buy this space out, so she can do her I guess she was doing a restaurant or something she was trying to do. And she called Harp, told him about it. He said he was gonna put money down on it. He never did it. And when they talked about it, he just kind of like brushed it off, like, oh, okay. But it's like, this is something that she really, really want to do. You being a husband, she's expecting you to support her. So I definitely agree with Robyn on a divorce. They went to marriage counseling. She expressed her issues, and he kept continuing that same cycle. So like I told you, if you already exercise all your options and nothing's working, hey, it is what it is. So yeah, and at the end of the day, she deserved to be happy just like Harper deserved to be happy. He was, and the thing with Harper, it was like, it's never enough. Like, he got to just keep going. And he never sat down and just was like, let me see what's, let me support her in something she want to do. So I understand her wanting to get a divorce. I don't agree with the living so far away though, but I understand. And yeah, I'm gonna end it off with Candace character. She pretty much done found her footing with the school, and she writing. Her character, she pretty much, she finally found her way and her niche in something that she really, really like, and she felt like she was really, really good at. And yeah, she ended up being a good writer, a good mother, taking care of kids and stuff, and unfortunately, one of the guys that her mentor, she looked up to and everything, he turned out to be a creep. But overall, I just as far as these characters, I love these characters. I love seeing their progression, and I just feel like Malcolm Lee, he did an excellent job, man. He killed it. He killed it. I just like, man, this cast, excellent. I love this cast, man. Malcolm Lee, man, you did a fantastic job, man. I want to actually see him do some more movies. I feel like this was epic. The first and second in this chapter is epic, man. Gotta give you flowers for this one, man. But yeah, y'all get in the comment section. Let me know who's your favorite character. What stood out the most? I forgot about Shelby. Shelby got a lot of growth when it comes to this show. Like she was always the comedic relief, the one with the drama and this and that. She still got that stuff now, but she finally like opened up and was being serious about how she felt about Quentin, and I really, really liked that. And she cared about him a lot. Like, we kept seeing glimpses of them and they dynamics in the first and the second one, but she really kind of showed like she really, really, really loves Quentin. And she's going through her phase of getting older, menopause. People actually wanting to see the smart Shelby versus the loud, crazy Shelby. So she definitely see her growth in here. Finally seeing Quentin and her get together. Hey man, this is good. This is good. I'm actually going to try to. Hopefully they put it out where you can buy a hard copy. I gotta have it. Like, I got the first one. I got the first movie, the second movie. I want to be able to have this. So if I want to pop it in, I can pop it in. But y'all get in the comment section. Let me know who y'all favorite characters is. What would you rate final chapters? Let me know. We can chop it up. And until then, I'm out. Peace. Thanks for watching. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and stay tuned for new videos.